Hey guys, welcome back to AT10. I'm Kill2. I'm here with Lazarus Raven, and we're about to see Exodus do battle with Gorgon Empire, which is a team I'm rooting for, and I don't really know why.
Well, it's a big thing about these teams. You get two Baelgorns, Loki and Eris, Tornado carries, and Griffin for Exodus. I mean, it's just a ton of different ships, different races just thrown in there.
Oh, I forgot to mention in the intro, not only is there two Balgorns being fielded by Exodus, but one of them is the flagship Balgorn.
Oh, yeah. One is a flagship, which means he's going to be very expensively fit, hopefully, which means an excellent kill mail. You have Exodus, which came in on the Beacon, whereas you have Gorgon Empire that came in at 30k and 50k just to get some range on that logistics. These Oracles from Gorgon Empire are going to put out a lot of DPS. They are the best tanked out of the T3 battlecruisers. So, I mean, and with pulse lasers, they have the range with Scorch. So it's definitely going to be a fun match. Yeah,
this is going to be a really good one. We're about to start about 5 seconds till the match starts. I'm really curious to see how these Oracles do. I feel like, well, usually bringing 4 Oracles probably isn't great. It might be in a really good spot here, actually. They don't have too much E-War to deal with, which is usually a big problem. I think that they can probably tank okay as well. But we'll see. We are going now, and it looks like Carries is going to be the first thing to take some damage for the Gorgon Empire team.
Yeah, these Scorch, like I said, they're going to reach out and just tear apart these frigates. I don't think they're going to be able to get reps on them quick enough for against these 4 heavy pulse laser Oracles.
So Gorgon's support moving across, there was a pretty decent amount of distance between the teams to start. They warped to like opposite beacons at around 30k, like Laz said, so there was a good 50k to cover, but Gorgon Empire support now getting in close with the Exodus team, so we'll see where damage starts to go. Looks like a Balgorn's taking a little bit of damage, and the first Oracle actually going down quick now.
Yeah, they made a liar out of me. That Carries did survive in half structure, so they were able to get reps on that Carries, and the Oracle's also in half structure. Oh, the Oracle just died.
Yeah,
so that's a lot. That's huge for them to lose one of their Oracles that quickly. So 3 Oracles on the field. And it looks like these Oracles are getting in range with these Baelgorns. I mean, you're getting webs spread across. You got 4 webs across 4 different ships. So, I mean, they definitely get those webs out there. The Vindicator, I believe, gets a web range bonus. So
you mean the Balgorn?
Sorry, the Baelgorn.
Yeah, it does absolutely. Newt bonus as well. The Newts, you know, I was thinking about tracking disruptors, but Newts are terrible for this Oracle team. They can turn off guns on the Oracles. They can shut down the logistics on the Oneros. That's one of the best things the Balgorns are for, is dealing with logistics ships.
Well,
and
I mean, with both these Baelgorns, they have so many Newts that if these Oracles get in Newt range, they're basically instantly no-capped. I mean, they can't run Newts, can't run Hardeners, can't run MWDs. They're just kind of like dead in the water.
Yep. Another casualty for Gorgon. They lost their Daredevil, which is a high damage support frig. Now down to, well, still most of their team. Second Oracle's not doing so hot, though, and they're really having a hard time applying any damage. I really thought that they would have a better time getting damage applied to the Exodus team. I don't know what they would have shot exactly, but I guess they're really, you know, they have no ability to control range, and the Newts are just doing work on them, I think, after this amount of time.
Yeah, I did make some jabs at Exodus because of the amount of different ships on their team, but it's really evenly spread out. I mean, you have the Griffins for jamming, you have the Carries for damps, and then you have the Newts and webs from the Baelgorn. That, I mean, it's well-rounded. They're able to do so much with this team, and these Oracles really trying to get within range, but they can't. They can't get within those that Newt range and the web range of the Baelgorn.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know. They're kind of stuck, I guess. They really can't. With the pulse laser, I don't know. Are they going to be able to do any damage from outside web range? I mean, even if they could get outside web range, optimal should be around 50k. It's probably even worse than that. It's probably about 40k because they don't have room for tracking enhancers since they're armor tanked. More support ships dying, by the way. 2 Oracles down now. A Carries down. The Vengeance died as well. Gorgon suffering. A Flycatcher did die for the Exodus team, but that's not going to do it. Now a Griffin dying as well. I suppose Griffins might be the big problem here. The Oracles, I don't know if the Oracles have ECCM. I need to go check that.
Well, it looks like they're cycling jams between the Legion and the Oracles and the logistics, and I don't think it's making that big of an effect just because of how, like, they weren't, even at the beginning with 4 Oracles, they weren't able to tear through that Carries. I mean, they get it to half structure, but they weren't able to get down as the Saber dies for Gorgon Empire. I mean, so they're bleeding their frigates now, and I think Exodus really brought a well-thought-out setup.
Yeah, I mean, this looks really strong. I wonder how this would have done against a pile of Minmatar battlecruisers, which is, you know, maybe, I don't know, maybe it would have an easier time dealing with the Newts at least. And I don't know. A big problem is certainly the range sensitivity. I mean, being able to web a whole bunch of the team away from you and keep everything from moving much, and then just pounding on it.
Well, what I'm really
notice
wondering
that
is,
tornado. Oh my
I
gosh.
haven't memorized the low-key subsystems, but I was wondering if that's actually running a skirmish link. Running a skirmish link to further increase the range of those Belgorns.
Well, yeah, and the one Balgorn that can fit faction webs is going to have like infinite range on the web. It gets the web range bonus, and then the flagship able to field, faction officer dead space, whatever it is, can fit a web that's even longer range, and then you extend that by the percentage. They really can slow down anything on the field, especially if they have skirmish links.
Well, I mean, the Belgorns aren't known for being fast, so this is definitely going to help because actually, like you said, the Belgorn probably can. The flagship Belgorn probably can web across the entire field.
Yeah, for pretty much the entire field. I don't know. The interesting thing to me here, and by the way, haven't called every ship death, but there's really nothing left at this point for Gorgon Empire. They're really just down to Legion, Oracle, and Neros. About to lose the last Oracle and getting close to losing the Oneros as well. What's interesting to me is that the Balgorns are really amazing against the setup where you need to catch things, but the Oracles have to be closer than the Balgorns to do damage anyway, or at least the same range. Like the Tornado outranges the Oracles, or at least is similar. The Balgorns have similar range, and then the support doesn't care. So the webs make tracking easy, but that wasn't a problem either. I don't really know what the Oracles would have been able to do here other than simply tank the damage, and the newts make that hard.
I really think that these Belgorns really came up as a direct counter to these Oracles because they got the cap warfare, they got the long range webs so that they can get within range because, like I said, they're not known for their speed. So, yeah, I definitely think I really like this Exodus setup. It really makes me happy.
Yeah, I think the Griffins must have made a really big I just feel like there should have been more damage from the Oracle side. I mean, that's really what you get. You bring those 4 Oracles, and you have an enormous amount of DPS that's easy to project. You know, you can hit 40k away with every Oracle, each one doing, I don't know, 600 DPS or something like that, which is pretty high, but they just didn't do any damage at all at the start of this match.
Yeah, the Oracle Legion just went down almost the same time that Neros is entering structure. But like you said, they really hit a brick wall here with those Oracles that they just couldn't do anything. So
one Balgorn flagship down earlier, and this one definitely doing well. So I guess 1-1 for flagships, and Exodus winning this one really convincingly. So good job to them. We will go back to Soundwave.
Yeah, Soundwave.